Hi all, a slightly different video coming at you this week, and it's going to be a project vlog video. So I'm going to take you along for the entire month of January as I knit, crochet, sketch, and just in general make stuff, create stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'll put chapters down there below so you can skip around if you're just interested in knitting or just the crocheting or the sketching, or you can watch all of it, which I would really appreciate. But you know, if you're just interested in one section, you can definitely just skip to that section. So yeah, I'm going to rewind the clock back to the beginning of January to take you along on this. But first, here's a quick introduction in case you're new around here and wondering who I am. Hi there, I'm Stacy, the encaustic mixed media artist behind Studio Stacy. Encaustic literally means to burn in. So I paint with beeswax and a torch, and because it's mixed media, pretty much anything else I can get my hands on. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Consider subscribing and joining this artsy community. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, which helps me get introduced to more like-minded artsy folks like yourself. And it is January 1st, so welcome to 2025. By the time you see this, it'll be, well into 2025 or a month into it. But I thought I would flip the camera around and show you what I've got going on. First off, I am casting on a pair of socks for Matt. I did finish up a pair just barely this morning, so I didn't quite meet that goal of finishing that back in December, or the pair in December, but I am going to cast on a pair here, and I thought I would show you. Right, so here's the yarn I am using for these socks. They happen to be leftover yarn from a pair of socks that I knitted myself a little while back. The pattern for these socks is a pattern by the crazy sock lady. I think her name is Kayla. Not sure what her last name is. And I'll try to link all of these down below, the patterns and such. I'm using the pattern somewhat loosely because I'm changing the numbers around slightly to make sure the sock fits Matt's feet. And I am a very tight knitter, so my gauge is off a bit differently from the pattern, but thought I'd mention that. And also, the reason I like knitting socks is because they are very, very, very portable. So as we go on various different road trips around town, and or in this particular case, we are traveling back to Ohio, they're easily portable. And so I can knit anywhere on them in the car. And I also like to knit later on at night using these, as I get a little bit more tired out from the day. It's just a kind of mindless knit, if you will. Alright, here's where I'm at with this sock at the toe, so making some good progress on it. This is how much yarn I've got left, so I'm going to weigh that next and see if I have enough left for the toe or if I have to switch to a different color yarn. But I think it's coming out quite nicely. Nice bright colors, nice and fun. So yeah, there it is. Alright, I think I have just enough yarn for the toe. Hopefully this will work out perfectly. And hopefully I will get this sock done before I need to get this video out. If I did, I'll insert some pictures here now of the finished socks, but I think in the very least they will be done by the end of January. I'm just not sure if they'll be done before this video goes live, so hopefully they are. Hi all, it is the middle of January and I've decided to finally cast on a knitted garment. I'm gonna make a tee. It was one of my goals this year was to knit more garments, specifically sweaters, but I'm starting with the tee because I have the yarn for it. And I figured it's gonna be slightly smaller and maybe more manageable. I spent probably, what time is it? The last like hour and a half of figuring out math. There's a lot of math involved in knitting, and my gauge is slightly different than the pattern. And I reached out to the pattern designer of this, who got back to me right away. Wonderful person, it seems, and yeah, very responsive in answering my questions. And so I think I'm on the right track with what size I'm gonna make and what I'm, oh, did you all hear that? It is rainy outside and the snow is sloughing off of our roof, making a lot of noise. So it's actually the perfect day to be working on this because it's dreary and yucky out and not really anything to go worth going outside for. So anyways, what I was saying, I'll flip the camera around and show you, and then yeah, hopefully we'll be casting on and maybe I'll get the ribbing done. It's a top down. So anyways, probably didn't need to know all this information, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think the collar is done. Time to try on. What does the man behind the camera think?
Looks like a necklace.
I think it fits pretty good, huh?
I think so.
Let's go look in the mirror. All right, what do y'all think? I got the collar done. Well, I've managed to get this much done, but unfortunately I just realized I don't have the right needles to continue on. So those are on order. However, I'm not sure that they will get here in a timely manner as the mail seems to be delayed these days. All right, here's the blanket. I started this round, this orange here, which is round 75 out of 98. I started that first thing this morning, and I don't think I showed this yarn. This is the yarn. All the colors are obviously different than this orange color, but this is the brand of yarn. The brand is all the same. So that's the yarn I'm using to crochet this. So here's where I'm at, round 75. We'll see where I get to by the end of the month. I know I've mentioned this blanket pattern in the past, but just in case you're new around here, this is called the Revelation blanket, and it is on the website of Crystals and Crochet, also known as Helen Shrimpton. Highly recommend the pattern. It's lots of fun, lots of different crochet stitches, and she has videos to go along with each and every single round over on her YouTube channel. So definitely check this out. Again, I'll link the pattern below. I find myself working on this blanket a lot in the mornings and especially on the weekends. I also find myself listening to a lot of audiobooks while I'm working on this. This is a much more engaging pattern. You kind of have to pay a little bit more attention to the stitches as there are so many different crochet stitches versus the socks, a little bit more of a mindless pattern. But yeah, it's just been a lot of fun to work on, and I highly recommend it. All right, before we jump into the sketching and sketchbook section of the video, I thought I would share with you I think I've already talked about my goals for this year as far as knitting and crochet go, but I thought I would kind of show you how I keep track of those goals, and that is on Trello. And basically I divide each project out that I want to get done in each quarter into portions, and I have not done that yet with the Tulsa tee just because I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to do each kind of section. once these needles come in, then I'll have a better idea as I work on this more. But I've done that for the sock. Like, I know it's going to take me approximately this long to get the cuff done, and then I get to move, since I'm doing top-down socks, I get to then move on to the leg portion, the heel portion, the foot, and the toe. So I've broken all those sections out into Trello and assigned kind of a date to them. And I've done the same thing with the Revelation blanket, and that blanket, I know as it grows, it's going to take me longer to complete each round. So the first several weeks I have it 2 rounds being done per week, and then as it moves past those into the last few rounds, I should say, I have myself finishing just 1 round every week. And this is really flexible. I can move these around. I'm not completely holding myself to these. It just helps me organize it in my head, and also on, I was gonna say on paper, but it's on the computer and on my phone. It just kind of keeps me on track and keeps me motivated to keep working towards these end goals, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to share that in case you were interested in the process. And now let's move on to the sketching and sketchbook portion of the video, heading over to the studio. Morning all, happy January 3rd. I came over to the studio real quick today to grab some supplies that I want to take back over to the pole barn for the sketches that I want to do in our kind of 5-year journal. So I thought I'd pick up the camera and show you what I'm planning on taking back over there with me. It is a beautiful winter wonderland out there, so kind of snuggled up in here. But yeah, I thought I would just show you the supplies. They're nothing like that outstanding, but thought why not show you them. All right, I thought about bringing this over, which is just a little travel watercolor set that I made, but along with this water brush. But the paper in the journal is really thin, and I don't think it's going to hold up very well to watercolor, so I've decided not to take this set. And I also thought about taking these squares that I tore just to do the watercolor on and then tape into the journal, but I don't know, I just figured it just seems easiest not to drag stuff, not drag it, but take excess stuff over there that I don't really need to take over there. And again, I don't really have like a great space to do any watercolor drawings on. I don't want to get watercolor, even though it's water soluble, on any of the other surfaces over there. So yeah, decided not to take this stuff. So instead, let me show you what I am taking. I'm going to take this pencil case, which is full of these gel pens. I used to use these every now and then, not that frequently, but every now and then to kind of doodle with. So I'm going to take these over there just to add some color, and I don't know. We'll see how these work out on those pages. And then I'm taking these... sorry for the rustling, taking some Prisma colored pencils in this pencil case. So that'll be easy peasy, some dry material, but yet it'll add some, you know, color to the journal. And then I'm also taking a mechanical pencil because I don't know that we actually have pencils over there, strangely enough. Matt might, but a mechanical pencil and some lead, and I'm just gonna probably throw it into here. So yeah, so just 2 little pencil cases, and that should do it. I forgot to mention I'm also taking a kneaded eraser, just in case. And I've decided to take one more thing over there, and that is this roll. And this I use to lay down various different fabrics and things like that a while back now. And it's just some, I think it's a roll of rice paper, I believe. It's pretty thin paper. But basically I was just protecting a surface from the ink and things like that bleeding onto the other surfaces. And it's got all kinds of, I don't know, crazy kind of inky blobs on it. And so I thought I'm gonna take this over, and basically on days that I have like a lot of video editing, things like that, I might try to take the pens, these, sorry, reaching around, I have to unzip this again, hold please. All right, I thought I would try to take these gel pens and just doodle on it and see where it goes. I don't know if it's really gonna come of anything. And if I don't use it, like basically again, like I think I said, the month of January is kind of my test month to see how things are working and not working. And if I don't end up using it over there this month, I'll just bring it back over here. But it's just a, you know, it shouldn't take up a lot of space, and I can just roll it back up and store it away on my desk upstairs there, kind of out of the way. So I don't know, that's my thought. Hey y'all, I thought I would kind of end this little project vlog with my thoughts on how January went and based on what my expectations were for January. And I definitely can knit one sock a month. That's actually almost about perfect. So really happy with how, you know, that kind of went. And I'm also extremely happy with the crochet blanket. I think I said it, but it's been so much fun to work with all the different stitches. It's really kept my attention, which can be difficult for you or difficult for me, as you all probably know. And that I like change and variances, and you know, doing the same thing over and over and over can get rather boring, especially when it's as big as a blanket project. But this one's really been a lot of fun. And let me look, I'll let you know kind of what round I ended on here. All right, I ended on round 87, so I'm on to round 88 now, which is a lot farther along than what I believe I thought I was going to get, or my goals. So I'm really happy with that project. And like I said, I think I just continued to work on it, which is why I've gotten more rounds done, because it's been so much fun. The Tulsta tee that I started, I'm still waiting on knitting needles. We haven't gotten mail all week long. So yeah, and they're coming USPS. We've gotten, or FedEx and UPS have drove up and down our road, but for whatever reason, the mail service can't quite seem to get there. But, you know, it is what it is, and, you know, it's not a tragedy by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm still waiting on those. So as soon as I get those, then I'll pick back up on that. Now, the only thing I'm not super happy with January is, as far as projects goes, like personal projects, has really been my sketching and kind of trying to keep up with that 5-year journal. We've been keeping up the writing, but I have not gotten any of the sketching done. I think I might have spent maybe 2 mornings doing it, maybe 3, but I think, I'm not sure exactly, but not a lot. So, you know, I'm not real happy about that. But January has been a crazy month, and I've been happy with, you know, how much time I've been getting into the studio, the art projects I've been getting done in here, and also I've been definitely getting up on the elliptical every morning. So, you know, there's only so much time in the day, and then when I throw knitting and crocheting in there towards the end of the day and into the evening, so I just have to figure out where to squeeze that in, because it's something that I want to squeeze in. So, you know, other than that, I think it's been going well, and I think I'll probably be doing similar things again in February. So stay tuned for the February project vlog in probably about a month's time. Anyways, if you have any questions on any of these projects, please drop them down below in the description. Or in the comments. I will definitely try to leave all of the links to these projects in the description box. And yeah, let me know also if you have like ongoing personal projects that you're working on, or if you're knitting and crocheting anything. I'm, you know, love to know. So anyways, thank you so much for coming along on the video. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It truly, truly does help me out. I really do hope you enjoyed this style of video. I enjoyed making it. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again, guys. Bye for now.